Welcome to Behind the Veil with Texas Wedding Guide. I'm Shannon Streater, CEO and publisher. And today we are very lucky to have with us Dallas's own The Cake Guys. Welcome.
Thank you, Shannon.
How are you all this morning?
Good, good. Doing great.
So you all are riding a major PR train right now. Tell us your big exciting news.
Well, I just got back from filming the TLC show, The Next Great Baker. It's a spin-off of The Cake Boss. And
with Buddy,
with
everyone's
Buddy.
favorite
Yes.
Buddy. So you were out there for a few months running
Yep.
that, and you were back here keeping everything running in Dallas.
Correct.
You've got 2 locations now.
Yep.
They are in Duncanville and the brand new location in Oaklawn in Dallas.
Yes.
So business is really rocking and rolling.
It's going great. It's exciting.
Now you guys are very known for being in various contests around town, across the state, and of course now on a national level, and you win consistently. You do beautiful wedding cake designs, but
Thank
not
you.
only that, you have great flavor. So let's talk about when you meet with a bride for the first time, what's the most important information for her to give you so that you can create the cake that not only fits with her design of the wedding, but also the personalities of she and her fiance?
Well, you know, personality is a huge thing. Style is a big thing. It's super important that when a bride meets, she's done research, she has pictures, she has designs, and she'll always have some kind of something that she wants on her cake. Rarely do we ever get a bride that says, you just do whatever. Brides love for us to do things with their dress, maybe
Yes.
with their veil. They love to incorporate, you know, the whole theme of the wedding. And so that's where our expertise comes in. I'm great with my ideas. Edward's great with design. And so it just really, really works out that we can do almost anything for any bride.
So Edward, is it a situation where he kind of creates the picture in the mind? Are you the one that more kind of gets into the nitty-gritty of designing the actual pieces and the overall?
Actual overall look.
Yeah.
Yep. Like he'll draw something that's squiggly, and I'm like, what's this? And so I'll have to get more detail from him, either in the form of a picture or something. And then I'll get it in my mind. Oh, that's what you're looking at.
So
Okay,
you
that's
actually
what I
start
go for.
constructing then,
Right.
with your team.
Right.
Wonderful.
Yeah, I get yelled at all the time because I do all the drawings and do all the stuff, and then they get it and say, what in the heck is this?
Oh, and then you get to have fun going and making it happen.
Yeah, we all
Right.
make it come to life.
We all
and
make it come
works
to
out
life.
great.
We all incorporate our ideas into it. So.
What would you say right now are some of the hottest trends that you're seeing the brides want for their cakes?
I would think, of course, the main thing right now is bling. All the girls, the ladies, they love bling, whether it's on clothing, jeans, shoes.
Absolutely.
And now it's coming into wedding cakes.
Yeah,
and
vintage is coming out back
Oh, yeah.
a lot. So.
Yeah. What about color? I've heard some whisper, and there's a fabulous
And there's one
example
right
behind
behind
you.
us. Yep.
That color is coming back, that it's not just about whites or creams.
you know, color is coming back. It's very important the brides realize that color can be the difference between a quinceañera or a birthday cake.
Ah.
And so you've got to do classy things with color so that it doesn't take away from the design.
That's a great point.
It enhances the design.
That's a great point.
Yep.
So what, in your mind, is the most important thing for a bride and groom to consider when they're talking about flavors? Because not everyone likes the same thing. So how do they meet the needs of their guests while also having their favorite tastes?
We always give them the option to choose flavors in between tiers. So if they're doing more than one tier, then they have more than one flavor.
Great. So when a bride is in her planning process, when is the best time that they need to start looking at cakes and meeting with bakers and doing their tastings? Because we all know a gown is hopefully 9 to 12 months out because they have to order and the gown has to be made. And I think a lot of brides believe that they can wait 2 or 3 months out from the wedding. What's the best time?
What brides have to remember, and not just with cakes, with every vendor, is the best vendors go first.
Sure.
So if you want reasonable prices and the best designers, you need to snag them as soon as you can. What I tell brides all the time is this: you don't have to have like a $1 billion cake, but you have to remember that when your guests walk into the reception, you're not there. The bride and the groom have not made it there yet. So when people walk in, they go immediately to the cake.
Okay, one other question. For the bride that's on a budget, what little tricks or recommendations do you all have for them about how they can maximize their dollars that they're spending, serve their guests, and not have a ton of cake left over? What are the ideas?
Don't let a baker tell you if you're having 200 guests that you need 200 brides cake servings and 100 grooms cake servings. what we always tell everybody is if you're having 200 guests, you want to have about 200 total servings. And I know that takes away from our sales, but honesty goes a lot farther than having leftover cake.
Yeah. Well, and I know I've seen you do this before where there may be fake layers because they want to have that great looking cake, that piece of artwork.
They want something tall, they want something grand.
Right.
Always add faux. I mean, faux is always an option.
Add the faux layers and then have just enough to serve.
Yep.
The number
Great
of
idea.
servings, correct.
Really appreciate you guys taking the time today because I know how busy you are these days. So thank you again for joining us at Behind the Veil, and we will look forward to seeing you next time.